I think you sent me over to a color thing, but there was a weird, like, I mean, there's a synchronicity, or maybe you meant it. They're doing a story, but one of the things is they showed they were in a place, like a rehab place, and they showed the steps from AA, like on the thing. Let me tell you something why AA is very grounding for a guy, like, for people, or anyone, but why those principles, I just want to say something about AA, the principles of it for 2 seconds. It's really important because, like, it's important more people should have the perspective. It's a place where they say, where people who would not normally mix. Okay, but here's the thing. What I wanted, what I was hoping is, what's happening in the country is a disaster for everyone. It's just some people are like better off than others, but like there's its own disasters going on for everyone else. Like the whole ship is sinking or whatever. It is. But here's the thing. The line in the AA, the literature, like in the big book, that I always like. I actually think I put this to make a little, say something when you were leaving the rehab, like you had to like make a little like statement or something, or like something inspiring. And what I put up is this because I'd like this to be the way in which, like, this is what democracy is, like, from the standpoint of what that means. Like, doesn't mean something specific, but it says in the big book about who the people in AA are. It's people who would normally mix. We come from all different places, but we're like we're like the passengers of a great ocean liner. The moment after the rescue from shipwreck, when gratitude, joyousness, and democracy pervade the vessel from engine room to captain's table. Those in the engine, working in the engine room, and those at the captain's table. Gratitude, joyousness, and democracy pervade the vessel because of the sense of having shared in a common peril. That is, the whole ship was sinking, and they're so happy to be rescued. The differences of whether or not you were working in the engine room or sitting at the captain's table evaporates because you've all shared in a common peril. Okay, that's kind of where we're at right now, which is like the ship is sinking. Okay, the problems, I always say, like, when I say, well, I have my own problems, I mean, it's not that. I mean, it's things are awful for, and everything's disintegrating for most people. Okay, but even people who are supposed to have wealth, there's all kinds of, the whole thing's sinking. They just yanked the whole thing down. And I'm saying, like, that's the sort of, like, spirit in which me understand democracy is, like, the AA principle. Like, after rescue from shipwreck, like, we've shared in a common peril. Perhaps, like, we could do something like all work together to, like, build an economy that isn't based on hatred, that we could, like, people could have, like, get up in the morning with the sense that life is something other than the bookends between life and death. Is like, as LaRouche defines, like, what we're doing right now. I think AA is a great way for people to look at reality with those principles in mind. A common welfare should come first. No one's interested in the Commonwealth. They're fucking walking around with pocket constitutions. Like I said in the other videos, you walk around with the Declaration of Independence that speaks of the common welfare. Why do I make fun of that guy Rawls, like the philosopher of liberalism? Institutional structures of a society should be designed to benefit the least advantage, because what we want is resentment. No, to benefit the whole. Everyone should be working together to build the economy and see each other as playing different roles in the economy, but all basically able to, do well, have an education, have a life, have access to healthcare, like they do in Germany. That's like what I think. But you just sent me over. That's what I wanted to say. Big deal. I wanted to say something.